Hello everybody, my name is Bobble Hat Boy and welcome to a very exciting Bobble Hat Boy video, as today we have some very exciting news about the Universal project coming to the UK. Yes, of course, if you're not aware, Universal Studios proposed to create a theme park here in the UK, and today we are going to be discussing some very exciting information that has come from that. So, without further ado, let's get started. To get you up to scratch about this Universal project in the UK, in 2023, late 2023, December 2023, Universal announced that they were looking at the possibility of having a theme park here in the UK, specifically Bedford, which basically has nothing in it, so it's very exciting that a Universal theme park was looking in that area. They bought a plot of land, a massive plot of land. This is what it looks like right now, just a field, and they officially announced that they were looking at that. Then in 2024 they had consultation with people in Bedford and the wider area, and then earlier in 2025 they released some concept art, not revealing anything exciting, but that is the concept art which people thought maybe there could be a UK's tallest roller coaster there. And this video is going to discuss everything that we now know, as we have even more news. Now, that very exciting news is that planning permission has been granted to build Universal Studios UK. As earlier this year, that being 2025, because of course this video is coming out at the end of 2025, so if you're in 2026 already, hello the future. But earlier this year, the Universal people submitted to the government the request for a special development order, which is basically a bypass of the local planning application procedures. As we all know, Alton Towers has very rigorous planning application rules and regulations, such as it can't build above the trees, you can't see any of the rides from outside the park, they can't build on certain areas. Universal just want to bypass that whole section and get approval from the government, which they have granted, because the Secretary of State for Housing, Communities and Local Government issued the Special Development Order, SDO, for the complex to be constructed in Kempston Hardwicke, close to Bedford. As well, the entertainment company, of course being Universal, said this quote-unquote transformative project was expected to attract more than 8 million visitors per year and could open by 2031. Now, 2031 is only 5 years away if you're watching this in 2026, but they could definitely do it. Universal have just created Epic Universe, which looks fantastic, and they did that pretty quickly. Compare it to Disney building one singular roller coaster, that took 7 years. It definitely could still happen in 2031. As well, though, the thing to take away from that is they expect 8 million visitors. For context, in the UK, Alton Towers, which is the most popular theme park in the UK, saw 2.5 million visitors in 2024. 2.5 is 6 million visitors less than what Universal are expecting. That's ridiculous. And if we go to the wider European market, Disneyland Paris was the most visited theme park with 10.2 million visitors, and Europa Park was second with 6.2 million. So if Universal get the 8 million that they project, it would slot in nicely to second place, which is ridiculous, and that will very much benefit the UK economy. It'll give us a big boost, as many people will be coming from far and wide to experience this new theme park built by Universal. Of course, people from the UK go over to Florida all the time and all the Universal parks across the world, so now we'll have some people coming over here to experience our Universal Park. The specific site that Universal Studios Great Britain, or Universal UK, will be built on was a former brickworks, which was chosen basically for its transport links, because it's not too far away from London. It's going to get its own railway station, which, if we think about Alton Towers, which of course was the most visited theme park in the UK in 2024, that has basically no rail link at all. To get there, you have to go to like Stoke-on-Trent, then get a bus that leaves at the weirdest times possible, and you can't fulfill your day at Alton Towers. Here, you've got a railway station on its doorstep, and it's also close in proximity to London Luton Airport, which is one of London's 6 airports. But the most exciting thing about the planning documents that Universal submitted to the government for the Special Development Order was the fact that it could have structures reaching 377 foot, or in real terms, 115 metres. That's quite tall. That would make it the tallest ride in Europe if anything were to go up to that height, and dwarfing the UK's current tallest being Hyperia. Hyperia, for context, is only 72 metres, so it would dwarf Hyperia and dwarf anything throughout Europe. It also would be quite funny if Hyperia's record was taken very, very quickly. Now, for this theme park, we don't really know much about it. They released this lovely concept art earlier in the year, but they never actually went into depth about what it was. This is just a vague, this could be what it looks like. It looks quite nice if it is like this. There were rumours spiralling everywhere about what could be here. Maybe there's a Lord of the Rings area. Back to the Future kept coming up, which I would love. Back to the Future is my favourite film and film franchise, so I would happily take a Back to the Future area or just ride here in the UK. Paddington, of course, we love Paddington Bear. James Bond. So there were so many ideas that it could be that would be very exciting. What they said previously before any of this concept art came out was that there would be no clones of anything, so nothing like a replica of Super Nintendo World or any of that. It would be all fresh, which is very, very exciting. And so that is all we know so far for Universal Studios UK. It seems lots of news for this theme park loves to come out in December. So maybe come back in a year's time and we'll be discussing all the construction that has gone on. We'll have to find out. Now, of course, a few days ago was Christmas Day, so I hope you all had a very Merry Christmas. And I'll see you on the 31st of December for my annual Funny Moments video. I hope to see you then. So, good